Yeah,
Bitcoin could go to half a
yeah.
million to million. My actual
It's
target right now today is the next boom will take it to a peak of
it, it's it
780,000.
it's
This is Harry Dent. He is a best selling author rated by the New York Times for one of his most known 2009 books, The Great Depression Ahead. Harry gives his crazy Bitcoin price prediction of around $780,000 in today's clip, but that is for the long term. In the short term, Harry is actually very, very bearish. So I want you guys to check out this clip. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below and make sure to subscribe and like to the channel if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and see what Harry has to say here.
Yeah, again, same thing. Bitcoin is ahead of stocks and will probably bottom before stocks, maybe late in 2023, where stocks might be mid 2024, because it's kind of the leading sector. It goes up more, it goes down more. It's already been down 70% when stocks were down 34 to 38 on the NASDAQ and 25 to 27 on the S&P. I am predicting that, and I'm just following the same bubbles in Amazon and .coms. I'm telling you the same exact proportions, the bubble and the burst in the .coms is now 22 years later, that crypto will bottom around its late 2018, early 2019 lows around 3250 to 4000. And so it's still, even at 16,000, down 70%. It will be down 95% if we do the same thing we did with the .coms. It's not time to buy crypto later, but I also advise crypto is the next big thing. The .coms were the next big thing emerging in the late 90s in that bubble. They were small. That's a shakeout, which is necessary, Dan. This is a good thing. You have tons of new entrants and then you shake them out to the ones that are really strong and have their stuff together. That's what the shakeout's for. That's what happened, back in 2000, 2002. And then you see the real boom, okay? So the best companies will survive. We've had 40,000 coins by some count. This is ridiculous. All they are is cheap IPOs. Coins are cheap IPOs. The blockchain technology is real and will emerge after we wipe out all these ridiculous coin companies.
Are there any
So
that you'd
Bitcoin
be
will survive.
eyeing?
Ethereum will
Well,
survive. Most of these companies will not survive. I, I would be looking to buy the leaders, Bitcoin, Ethereum, companies like that at the bottom. And I'm not looking for a bottom until we retest those lows in late 2019. That's also an Elliott wave count. That was simply a huge bubble. It was simply the fourth wave correction before the fifth wave final bubble. All we're doing, and this happens in bubbles. I've now studied since these bubbles came, all bubbles in history. Bubbles basically go back to where they started. They bubble up way beyond the fundamentals, crazy, and then they go back to where they started. That is 3250 to 4300 on Bitcoin. That's where it should go.
um,
Then you buy because
your
it could go, it literally, the projections also tracking the .com bubble
yeah,
before the real boom.
yeah.
Bitcoin could go to half a million to million. My actual
It's
target right now today is the next boom will take it to a peak of
it
780,000.
it's
So to put that in perspective for you guys, at current prices, Bitcoin going down to $4,000 would be another 80% move to the downside. So Harry believes we're going to have another 80% move to the downside before moving back up. And once it hits 4,000, he believes it'll go from 4,000 all the way up to around $1,000,000. So we can see what that move would be if we take this price point down here at around 4,000 bucks and drag it all the way up to around a $800,000 Bitcoin. That's around a 20,000% move to the upside. So you can see long term, Harry is very, very bullish. The Bitcoin bros do not agree with Harry's low price prediction for Bitcoin in the short term at around $3,000, but it would be great to see Bitcoin get anywhere from around 500K to $1 million over the next decade. But leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's see what else Harry has to say here.
You are better being the believer at first because bubbles have a lot of momentum. You just have to be smart enough to take your profits before it's too late because bubbles grow more rapidly than bull markets, literally 2 to 3 times the rate, but they crash twice as fast as they grow. So when the bubbles burst, it happens very fast. So it is good to go with a bubble. And this is the second bubble, and it's actually the thing I'm telling people, it's actually tracing at a higher level the first bubble, and basically it peaked right in line with where the first bubble peaked after going up for about 5 years. So that was a good time to get out. Okay, so that would have been the best thing. You might have gotten out at 50 before, or 69 at the top, or you might have gotten out at 45 afterward. But anywhere there is going to look good when it ends up back where it started at 32.50 or so. Well, this is not momentary. Everything's going down. Some companies just go down more than others. So the number one's the first sign. When we're getting towards a bottom here, let's say in mid-2024, and the NASDAQ is down enough to say we're near a bottom, like down 80 to 90% instead of 40 to 50 to 60, then you start like, okay, whichever company's held up the most. If a company, like say, is only down 80%, well, it did a lot better than the companies down 90. But you also always look for the companies with the strongest market share and dominant. Nobody is taking out Amazon, okay? Amazon is the biggest, most diversified retailer in all of history. It would have been the Sears of the 50s and 60s boom, okay? And so Amazon is going to survive. And for me, it's very simple. I'm not going to analyze 40,000 companies and down to the 1,000 that might survive this, or a couple hundred, and then pick the best one. That's too much work. I'm just going to buy the leaders and then look at how the stocks have performed on the way down to maybe refine that. But it can be that simple. But if somebody said, what do I do? Okay, I'm going to buy Ethereum and Bitcoin in early to mid 2024, maybe late 2023, because I think if somebody said today you have to do it and can't change your mind, that would be what I'd say today. So just look at it and refine that in the future. But you don't have to be complicated about this. You can pick the best stocks. That's a lot of work. I'm looking at the whole world and all major sectors and countries. I don't have time to decide if Krypton is going to beat Bombaton, okay? I don't have time for that.
So it seems like Harry believes we'll see something similar to what happened after 2000 in the NASDAQ, when the NASDAQ dropped from around 4,600 all the way down to around $800. That was an 82% move to the downside. So if we see this in the next couple of years, we could see the NASDAQ move from a peak of around 16,000 all the way down to around 3,000 for the NASDAQ. That would be a huge move to the downside, and at current prices, the NASDAQ would have to move down around 75% to get to those levels. So it seems like that is what he's calling for, and he's looking to buy the bottom down here for the NASDAQ. Are you expecting that to happen? He believes that all these tech companies will crash even harder. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. And thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you found any value in today's video, make sure to hit that like button. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. My name is Aaron from Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.